It's Saturday. Saturday is a great day, but this is a special Saturday because this is the Saturday of the National Weekend of Prayer for Faith, Hope, and Life. And this is in reference to an invitation for all of us to join together in prayer for those whose lives have been affected by suicide, or those people who actually themselves struggle with suicidal tendencies or mental illness. And I actually have thought so much about this in the last couple weeks. About 2 weeks ago, I learned that many youth in America here, and I don't actually know about outside of this country, but many youth here have mental illness, and it's actually increased so much of how many youth have mental illness and how many youth have taken their own lives that they have studied why is this happening. And the primary reason that they've pointed to of why it's happening is because of social media, which is exactly what we're doing right now, is we're engaging in communicating with each other through social media, which actually can be really wonderful. Social media has been a big blessing for me. I have found light and answers to my prayers and direction, and I have found such good things through social media. However, I do believe what I have learned that has happened through these studies, which is that for the youth, it is exceptionally dangerous. Social media is a dangerous thing. There's a lot of bullying that happens through social media, and also it's set up to snare us, actually, all of us, to make us so that we're somewhat addicted to it. So we want to be on it more than what is good, to have a balance in your life and have healthy relationships with the people that are actually in your physical environment around you and people that you actually know and communicate with face to face. So upon learning this, I was like, oh, I don't know what exactly to do, because I had felt directed by God to use Instagram to share specific messages. And so I didn't feel like I should shut mine down. I do support anyone who chooses to shut down your Instagram accounts, your Snapchat accounts, your Facebook, or anything else that you do, that's all those fancy social media apps out there. If you need to shut it down, I say, awesome, do it. Please stay happy, stay healthy, go have fun, serve the people around you, interact with the people around you, get a flip phone instead of a smartphone. I think that's a great thing, and especially for the youth, because it's also set up for another thing besides kind of addicting quality of it. It's also set up to have people compare and become like hard on themselves or high on themselves, one or the other, where they feel like, oh, these people are so much better than me, I'm down here, or I'm so much better than everybody, they're all down there. Either way is not good. That's pride, and that just leads to total misery. And so much so with youth, your brains are not developed fully. They're not fully myelinated to where they will be when you're about 24, 25. It varies depending on whether you're a boy or a girl, but also I think each individual body is probably a little bit different. But because of that, you're more prone to feel this insatiable desire to be on your phone, and also to have less restraint when it comes to doing things that are impulsive. So this life is good, and there's so much beauty and joy to be had here, and there's so much good to do here, and We have each been placed on this earth by our loving Heavenly Father, who had specific things for us to do here and to enjoy here and to participate in. And he will make the decision for each of us when it's time to be done and time to go home. And that is not a bad thing. I do know that he sent us here, and that going back is going to be great. And that I believe fully that we looked forward to being born, but even more than that, we looked forward to dying so that we could return to Heavenly Father and to our home there. And so going back will be great, but not if it's premature, not if it's in a moment of duress, and if it's out of sorrow that a person takes their own lives. That will not be great. So I came across this this page in the Ensign, which is a magazine for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Actually, it's for the world, for anyone who would like to read it, which is a fantastic magazine, but it's created by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And this article is about how to create a suicide prevention safety plan. And I actually thought that is so fantastic. For anyone who's young, who does struggle at all, or even just for everyone, you should just have a mental plan of, this is what I would do if I started feeling so sad that I want to take my own life. So the first one is to recognize warning signs. By the way, this is by Doug Thomas. He's a licensed clinical social worker. He said, number 1, recognize the warning signs. What sorts of thoughts, moods, and behaviors tell you a crisis might be developing? Write them in your own words. For example, when I cancel all my activities and only want to sleep. That's not a good sign. When I keep having thoughts of being a burden. No one should be made to feel like they're a burden. When I feel agitated, like I need to do something immediately and get out of pain. That's a warning sign. Noticing these warning signs will help you know you need to activate your plan. Okay, number 2, try to calm and comfort yourself. Create a list of soothing and relaxing activities that you can do when you have thoughts or urges to harm yourself. Examples may include going for a walk, taking a warm bath, exercising, praying, or writing in a journal. For some people, it might include uplifting music. Okay, number 3, that was my idea, by the way, the music one. He doesn't have that listed, but I know that actually can be a really good thing. And I think all those things are really good. Number 3, think about your reasons for living. At times, the pain may swallow up positive feelings. Create a list to remind yourself of the people you love, things you like to do, and blessings you have felt grateful for. Okay, number 4, reach out to others and ask for help. List several people. So this is on your prevention plan. List several people with phone numbers you can talk to and who would be willing and available to help you through the rest of your safety plan during a crisis. You are loved. There are people around you. If you don't know who it is that you could turn to, pray, and Heavenly Father will help you know who to put on your plan. Could include friends, people you know at church, family members. Okay, number 5. Make sure you're in a safe environment. This may involve asking someone to help remove items that you are likely to use to hurt yourself, or going somewhere else until your feelings shift. Make a list of social settings, such as parks, gyms, movie theaters, and so on, that are safe and distracting. Sometimes you just need to be distracted from the pain. Number 6, if you still feel like harming yourself, contact a professional. List names on your paper, numbers, phone numbers, and locations of clinicians, emergency rooms, and crisis hotlines. Suicide.org/international, and this is a whole big long thing, maybe I'll post it here for you. It is a list of hotlines for dozens of countries. That's so cool, huh? So it's got many countries. I hope that if you're in need, that your country's there, if it's not America. After doing all of this, if you still don't feel safe, call emergency services or just go to your nearest hospital and ask for help. Please, if you feel so inclined to hurt yourself, just remember that you are loved and get help. I hope that this is a plan that helps you and that you can be happy, okay? And I'll talk to you next time.